until I finish this bitch. And we're accompanied by some classical literature explication on DVDs.
And he gets it wrong. That's the crux of the whole play. That Oedipus's downfall occurs because he misinterprets the information he has about himself and his situation. This also corresponds closely.
That's the puzzle we're doing. Let's see if we can. Light is rather extreme right now because it's going down in the west, and I'm on a second story floor. What do you want me to do? Number 8.
We have to try to figure out what our God or gods want us to do through our own sense of our culture and through whatever kind of tools we have, sacred texts if we've got them, but the Greeks did not have a sacred text. They had nothing like analogous to the Bible or the Quran, or through oracles, prophecies, whatever
that goes there.
Access there is to what might be the will of the gods, human beings
it's gonna be a no.
have to interpret. And in this regard,
right there.
Sophocles is the most realistic of the Tragedians, and I think this is probably why his plays are the most popular and most commonly restaged even today. He reflects in these stories that he tells. He reflects.
Let's get back to deer building.
Human experience.
We got this deer built. We gotta build this deer. Oh no! We got a building of ideas.
Athena disguises Odysseus as a beggar, for instance. The gods are all over the place in the Iliad. In the Oresteia, Athena and Apollo appear in court in Orestes' trial. That is the world of myth, but that most certainly is not the world of actual human experience. And Sophocles' audience assumes
Sophocles.
about a time in the far past
Sophocles.
when the gods did interact with humans, but they no longer so interact. And so Sophocles uses stories from the mythic age.
Oh, we got an upside down blue one too, right here. I wonder if that's his eyes balls. His eyes balls. His eyes balls. We got those ice balls.
Without any direct interaction with those gods.
Go gods, they vere.
We looked at the work of Sophocles, the second great Athenian tragedian. In the next
All right, let's look at these. What do we think? Hell yeah, that's definitely going there. And it's going there. Does that help or no? Oh, lecture 12, Euripides. See if that helps something. Sun should be going down behind the clouds soon. That will help.
Hello and welcome back to lecture 12.
The glare is outrageous. Let's see what we can do here. Got this little guy. Put his legs in here somewhere.
Just shortly before the death of Sophocles. So Aeschylus died in 456. Sophocles and Euripides both died 50 years later in 406. We don't know very much at all about Euripides' life. We do know that he first entered plays into competition in 455 when he was about 25 years old and placed third in that first competition. His first victory, his first place prize, came
Poor Euripides finished third.
And during his lifetime,
how's that feel?
He won only 4 first-place victories. Thus, he was much less successful during his lifetime than either Aeschylus or Sophocles. His last entry into competition in the city Dionysia was in 408.
There we go.
He then traveled to Macedon, where he stayed as a guest.
Macedonia.
And he died in Macedon in 406. His last 3 plays, including Bacchae, which I'll talk about in the lecture, were performed posthumously and won. Euripides wrote a total of around 90 plays, so about the same number as Aeschylus wrote. 18 tragedies and 1 satyr play have survived. There's 1 tragedy, Rhesus.
Tragedy of the Leaves. What do I do with
this? This means that we have more plays by Euripides than we have by Aeschylus
right there?
and Sophocles.
What's up, Carmen Heredia? Heredia?
When we're talking about Euripides' style, Euripides' works, what he does with his plays.
What are you doing, bruv? Are you Carmen as a Carmen San Diego or Carmen Macchiato?
Epsilon, eta, iota, and kappa. And this makes scholars think that what we
All
have
right, we got a deer looking that way.
is
Where's
a
his
survival
eyeballs?
of one volume of a
Gotta find his eyeballs, bruv.
one alphabetical or perhaps two alphabetical
Is that
volumes
his eyeballs?
out of a collected work of
No.
Euripides. And that, if you think about it, is
It's not going to be his
greatest
eyeballs.
value to scholars because it means, in effect, that we have.
Where's your eyes, bruv? There's some eyes.
Some of Euripides' plays.
These are eyes.
What appears to be a random alphabetically arranged survival of 9 of Euripides' plays. And that allows us to have a clearer sense of his work. And some of these plays are very strange indeed. The variety in his work.
The variety of his work.
More of his plays than we have.
Look at that. Does that go there? No, hell no. Knew it was too easy to go in there.
Now, in this lecture, I want to focus
That one looks like it'll go there, though.
on the gods,
Got some eyeballs. Though gods they were.
In particular, I want to look at the
How about
way
this one?
he paints the gods in two of his plays, Hippolytus and Bacchae. Any reader of Euripides will notice that the gods in his plays
That one should be pretty easy to
appear
find.
be callous, petty, vengeful, in short, anything but admirable.
Maybe?
We can see this in his
Perhaps.
treatment of Aphrodite and Hippolytus,
No.
and his treatment of the god Dionysus
No.
in Bacchae, which was, as I said before,
Bacchae.
one of the last plays he wrote entered into
Bacchae.
composition after Euripides' death. Aphrodite and Dionysus
Where the hell are those eyeballs?
are good illustrations of the callous
Oh, they're kind of there.
vengefulness of Euripides'
See it right there?
gods.
One
In
eyeball.
the play Hippolytus,
Then his face turns.
Euripides uses the story of Phaedra, a woman smitten with lust for her own stepson, to portray Aphrodite as completely ruthless and without pity for her human victims. Aphrodite, of course, is the goddess of sexual passion.
One.
You'll remember from the earlier lecture on lyric, Sappho's hymn to Aphrodite asking Aphrodite
How's that song go?
to bring
One
Sappho, the person that she
something
desires.
morning when I'm
Aphrodite is the
straight.
goddess who imposes
I'll open
sexual
up
passion
your
on
gate.
humans, and for that matter, on gods and animals as well. Now, the traditional story of Phaedra portrayed her as an immoral,
One.
lustful woman who tried to
There's an eyeball.
seduce a young, chaste man and her own stepson at that, and took vengeance on him.
Take vengeance on you.
Euripides
There's eyeballs, but those ain't the
and
ones.
really turns it around on its head. He recasts Phaedra as a good woman, fighting desperately against a sickness or a madness inflicted on her by Aphrodite.
I'm gonna say this is part of the big one. The big,
and she tells us that
the big
what
deer.
she is after, what she's doing, is trying to get vengeance on Hippolytus.
No, it's One Velvet Morning. That's what that song is. One Velvet Morning.
Hippolytus, Aphrodite says in the prologue of the play, worships Artemis, a goddess who is normally the object of worship for young unmarried girls.
What's up, Yoshi?
Hippolytus, Aphrodite says,
What do you got?
refuses to honor
What do you
her,
got?
pay any attention or any worship to Aphrodite. He's remaining completely chaste, which is very strange for a young Greek man, and he's refusing to honor Aphrodite in any way at all. Therefore, Aphrodite intends to punish
Two sets of
Hippolytus
eyeballs right
through
there.
Phaedra. She will make Phaedra fall in lust with Hippolytus, and this will lead to the destruction of Hippolytus, as in fact it does in the play. Now, Aphrodite makes it very, very clear that Phaedra is simply the tool she plans to use to punish Hippolytus. Aphrodite inflicts passion for Hippolytus upon Phaedra as part of a plot.
How about that right there?
She
No.
says, Aphrodite says,
No.
her suffering, Phaedra's suffering, does not weigh in the scale so much that I should let my enemies go untouched, escaping payment of that retribution that
That
honor
should go there,
demands I
though.
have. She says Phaedra's going to die. I know she's going to die. That's too bad because, as Aphrodite says, that Phaedra is blameless, but she's going to die in order for Aphrodite to get vengeance on Hippolytus. Now, Phaedra struggles against her passion for Hippolytus. In fact, as the play opens, Phaedra is trying to starve herself to death rather than let anyone know that she feels desire for her own stepson. Far from wanting to seduce Hippolytus, she is as horrified by the desire she feels for him as anyone else could be. And she's trying to starve to death rather than
Isn't that a bad way to...
him or to anyone.
Hey, I'll resist you, honey, but I'm gonna starve myself to death. That's some bizarre shit right there. Well, I guess she didn't have access to weapons like we do now.
To try to be helpful by telling horrified. Phaedra is horrified at the knowledge that he knows of her passion, and she is so afraid that he will tell her husband, his father Theseus, and very
Theseus
about this, that she decides the only thing she can do to protect her own good name, and through herself, her son's and her husband's good name, she decides the only thing she can do is kill herself and leave a note behind explaining her suicide by saying that Hippolytus attempted to rape her.
Jesus.
Now, this is the traditional story of Phaedra's vengeance, that Hippolytus rebuffs her, she accuses him of rape, and kills herself.
So then what's that song,
Euripides,
One Velvet Morning, about then?
Very clear that Phaedra does this to protect her own, her son's, and her husband's good name. So, in effect, she's using Hippolytus as a tool the same way Aphrodite used Phaedra herself as a tool. She isn't angry at him, she isn't trying to take vengeance on him, but she is trying to protect her own honor.
I knew that went there. Got the two heads, two Hydra heads on the two deer. Too bad this light is just awful.
That was so utterly amoral that she had probably betrayed Theseus many times before. That will call her son's legitimacy into question. That will call her honor and Theseus's honor into question. So the only way she can see to protect the good name of her entire family is to sacrifice Hippolytus.
I'm gonna say this goes here. Hell yeah.
Phaedra's note. She's killed herself. That seems to give pretty good backup to the note. Theseus believes Phaedra's note, thinks his son is guilty of assaulting his wife, curses his son, and this leads to Hippolytus' death. In the last scene of the play, the goddess Artemis tries to comfort the dying Hippolytus by saying that the next time Aphrodite feels passion for a human or loves a human, she, Artemis, will kill the human that Aphrodite loves, to take vengeance on what Aphrodite has done to Artemis's favorite, Hippolytus.
Jesus Christ.
That seems to be the best a Euripidean god can offer a dying human in terms of comfort.
Some vicious.
Don't worry, Hippolytus. The next time Aphrodite feels love for some perfectly innocent human, I will kill him, and that will in some sense make up for your death. As comfort
I will
goes, that's
teach you.
falling rather short. The picture of divinity portrayed by Euripides' late play The Bacchae is equally disturbing. This play focuses on the god Dionysus and tells the story of his vengeance against members of his family who do not believe in his divinity. This is a little complicated, but I'll try to explain it as clearly as I can.
Please do.
Dionysus is unique among the Olympian gods in being the son of a god, Zeus, and of a human mother, Semele. Normally, the offspring of a god-human mating is a human, a heroic human.
There we go. That piece is right there, ain't it? No. Never get cocky. The puzzle game will humble you.
Dionysus is anomalous in that his father is a god, his mother is a human, but Dionysus himself is not a human being, he's a god.
Oh gods they vowed.
Because of his very, very unusual birth story. Semele died while pregnant with Dionysus. The jealous Hera, wife of Zeus, tricked Semele into getting Zeus to appear to her in
How did
full transcendent
Hera
glory
stay with Zeus all those years when he was cheating on her every 3 weeks, 3 minutes?
Semele went up in a puff of smoke, which was Hera's purpose. Hera was trying to get rid of Semele by tricking her into asking Zeus to show himself to her in his full glory. However, Semele was already pregnant.
Yoshi.
Zeus rescued the
My name is Yoshi.
Semele is incinerated. Zeus snatches the embryonic Dionysus from her womb and implants
I can't find the pieces.
When Dionysus is born, and by the way, there are some wonderful Greek face paintings showing a very surprised-looking Zeus sitting holding a baby on his thigh, which apparently represent the birth of Dionysus. When Dionysus is born,
Look at the squirrel.
born as a god, not a
You
human.
son of a bitch.
I don't know of any ancient author who directly
What did
said
he
it.
have?
I assume the idea is
What did
that
he have?
while Dionysus spent part of his gestation period in the body of the great god Zeus himself, he came out as a god rather than as a human. However, understandably enough,
Hell yeah.
Semele's sisters, Dionysus's aunts, the sisters of his mother
His
Semele,
aunt.
did not believe that she had ever been involved with Zeus. Now, they can't deny the fact that she was incinerated, that she went up in a puff of smoke.
Hey, you're incinerated.
Hit by a lightning bolt. Zeus is the god of thunder and lightning. They assume that she was killed by Zeus because of her arrogance in boasting that Zeus had been her lover. In other words, they assume she never was involved with Zeus at all. She said she was, and Zeus punished her for this impiety, for this act of hubris, by incinerating her. Now,
I will incinerate you all.
Zeus, then she never conceived Dionysus, right? There can't be no such god as Dionysus in her sister's view, in other words. They take it as a given.
So there's the
that their
green one,
sister was not
upside
the
down.
Lord Zeus, and therefore they take it as a given that there cannot be any such god.
I
as
should just get rid of all these pieces off there.
In the play Bacchus,
No, it's easier to move them
tells the
later.
story. Dionysus returned to his mother's hometown, the town of Thebes, and the vengeance he takes there on his unbelieving human relatives. The king of Thebes, Pentheus, is Dionysus' cousin, the son of one of Semele's sisters. Pentheus is a young king. His grandfather Cadmus, Semele's father, and so also
Sun's
Dionysus'
going behind the clouds.
grandfather. Pentheus,
Thankfully.
Dionysus' grandfather Cadmus is still alive, but has abdicated in the favor of his young grandson Pentheus. So Pentheus is a young king. Now, Dionysus' vengeance begins, his vengeance against his family begins with driving all the women of Thebes, including his aunts, Pentheus' mother and 2 other aunts. He drives all the women of Thebes mad with Dionysiac frenzy. Dionysus is the god of wine. He's also the god of irrationality, uncontrolled behavior, madness, frenzy of all sorts. He inflicts Dionysiac frenzy on the women of Thebes. They all run away from their homes. Nursing mothers drop their infants on the ground and run off to the mountains where they are inspired with Dionysiac madness, with supernatural strength. They can tear animals apart with their hands, eat them raw. They
Who
also
is it?
have supernatural powers. If they strike the ground,
It's T-Mobile. F you, T-Mobile.
wine and milk and honey flow up out of the ground. So they're having a great time. But it's not terribly good for the society when all the mothers.
So that's got to go here somewhere, you would think. No, can't go there either.
So
This sun's got to stop out here.
all the women of Thebes mad. Pentheus, as king of Thebes, tries to take steps to bring the
Nope,
women
sun,
back to their senses.
the light does
And
help,
this
but
leads
not
to his
much.
own destruction by Dionysus.
Just need that sun to go behind the tree over there, and that'll be the end of it.
Is that in the play, Dionysus is disguised as a human being.
So
In
this,
fact, he is disguised as a priest.
it's got to go up there
of
then.
God Dionysus. We, the audience, know who he is.
There's the blue
because he
legs.
speaks the
Why the
prologue
hell are they
of the
over
play.
there?
He comes
I see
on and
why.
says, I am the god Dionysus.
That's still not lined up
Disguised
right.
as a human being.
Is this
He
even
explains
connected to
very
anything? No.
clearly that he
You
himself
idiot.
is the god, but he is
Go
disguised
God's
as a
wee
human
val.
being. He's disguised as a priest of Dionysus. And
Where
he
does this
says
go?
that
This has
he
got to
is
go
coming
somewhere in
to
there.
Thebes for 2
Right
main
there?
purposes. He wants to establish his worship there, to
There?
establish the worship of Dionysus.
Yes.
So he presents himself as a priest, bringing a new religion to this town.
How about this here?
He also wants to punish
Hell
his
yeah.
mother's
No wonder I
family
couldn't
for
find
not
those pieces.
believing in his
They're all
divinity.
connected to
And
there.
so we, the audience, know throughout this play that the supposed priest is in fact the god himself, but none of the other characters
Right, that
in
solves some
the play
problems.
know that. They
Creates
think this
more,
is a
though.
human being. They think this is a priest. Even the chorus, which consists of women from Asia Minor who are voluntary followers of Dionysus. He's driven the women of Thebes mad. But
Mad.
the chorus
How
are
about that right
voluntary
there?
followers of his who have
Yes.
chosen to believe in him. But even they
These
think
legs are
that
really
the man
perplexing to
they're
me.
following is a priest of Dionysus. Even
It's going to be
they
a
don't
strange
think this
piece right
character
there.
is the god himself.
On
And
the
that's very,
bottom.
very important
See it?
because it means that
It's
the
going to be a
audience
strange
knows
piece right there.
whenever another character in the
But
play
this piece should be
interacts with
easy enough to
Dionysus,
find.
we know that that character is
How about
interacting
that?
with the god himself. But that character
No.
thinks he's interacting with another human being, a priest. The play's action revolves around the conflict between Dionysus and his cousin Pentheus. From Pentheus'
Wish I'd
point
been
of
listening
view,
to this
of
all
course,
along.
if there is no such god as Dionysus, then anyone claiming to be his priest has to be a charlatan, has to be a fake, has to be someone out for whatever he can get from these gullible people whom he persuades to think that there is a new god. Whether he's out to seduce the women, whether he's out for money,
It's got to
whatever,
be it, right?
he cannot be a genuine
No.
priest if there is no such god as Dionysus.
There it is.
Considers it his duty to expose this impostor, as he
This
thinks
impostor.
one is. And so Pentheus orders the
Pentheus.
priest to be arrested. Dionysus allows himself to be arrested and to be tied up. When the tied up,
I didn't know they arrested people
Dionysus
back then.
appears, Pentheus questions him contemptuously, cuts off his hair, and orders him to be imprisoned. Pentheus again thinks he's dealing with an impostor, a charlatan. We, the audience, know that he is chaining, cutting the hair off, imprisoning the god himself. We know this cannot have a happy ending for Pentheus. Dionysus soon frees himself from imprisonment, simultaneously causing an earthquake that destroys Pentheus's palace. And that, by the way, is another crux of staging of ancient Greek tragedy. What, if anything, happened in the view of the audience when an earthquake destroys Pentheus's palace? A modern film director could do that with no problem. In an ancient tragedian, we don't know what actually happened when the palace is supposedly destroyed.
Piece really confounds me.
Perhaps nothing at all. The chorus
Maybe
has a
something like
moment
that.
in which they say, "Oh, look, the palace is crumbling, the walls are shaking." Perhaps that's enough right there. Perhaps you need nothing visual when the chorus says, "Look, it's an earthquake."
It's got to be legs, so
Whatever happened, visually or otherwise,
what do you think?
Dionysus appears after the earthquake. He tells the chorus that
Right
Pentheus
there.
was unable
No.
to chain him, unable to keep him down.
Why are these legs so hard to track down here?
Instead of the priests.
Fuck are your legs at? Right here?
Now, Pentheus is irritated at his prisoner's escape, but he still doesn't accept the reality of the new god. This could seem like willful blindness. I mean, his palace has just been destroyed by an earthquake when he's chained this man up. How much more evidence does he need? But given Pentheus's assumptions, his continued disbelief makes sense. Pentheus cannot accept the idea that there could be a new god. And that is a perfectly reasonable thing for him to be unable to accept the idea of a new god.
Why is that
In
reasonable?
Greek myth, the pantheon was pretty much set. Dionysus is an anomaly. The gods have been there. Remember, as I've talked about before, the gods represent forces of nature. They've been there all along. How can there be a new one? There could be the very, very rare human being who became a god after his death. That's very rare in Greek myth. Heracles is the primary example. But other than that, how could there be a new god when the gods constitute the elements of the
Just
universe
don't understand
itself?
why the legs are so difficult to find here.
There cannot be a new god.
There's only so many legs.
And even if there could be a new god,
Where are these legs?
a god who is born from a human mother and is Pentheus' first cousin, that is
No, they can't go sideways, idiot. About these. Maybe that's why, because I had them over there.
Is really quite
They ain't it.
understandable given the assumptions on which he is working. From his point of view, the
These aren't
earthquake is
those.
just a supremely ill-timed coincidence, but it's not proof that this is in fact a god. Pentheus' problem, however, remains unresolved. The women of Thebes are still under the influence of this newcomer, charlatan or otherwise. And finally, Dionysus suggests to Pentheus that he should go see for himself what the women are doing on the mountainside, that Pentheus should go out and spy on the women of Thebes, see what they're getting up to out there on the mountainside. And as Dionysus suggests this, he slowly gets Pentheus into his power in a very, very eerie scene. By the end of this scene, Pentheus is dressed as a woman, seeing double, and suffering hallucinations. Now, it's worth at this point remembering that, among other things, Dionysus is the god of wine. And I think rather than saying he's the god of wine plus irrationality and frenzy, it's better to say he's the god of irrationality and frenzy, and wine is the substance through which it is easiest for human beings to reach the Dionysiac state. In this play, Pentheus doesn't need to drink to end up inappropriately dressed, staggering around, seeing double, and hallucinating. He doesn't need to get drunk to reach that state of irrationality.
Apparently, I need to get drunk to get these legs put on this deer, because I can't find them. Struggling with these legs.
Society is only reached through mind-altering substances such as alcohol. When Pentheus arrives on the mountainside, he suffers a terrible death, which of course is Dionysus' purpose in getting him out there in the first place.
Did I put legs elsewhere? Don't think so.
Recounted in one of the most famous messenger speeches of extant tragedy. You'll remember I mentioned when I was talking about Ajax's suicide that death and tragedy is usually described by a messenger speech. And
some eyeballs.
We have one of the most famous messenger speeches. A messenger comes in to describe Pentheus's death. He tells us that Pentheus was dismembered by his mother Agave and her sisters, who thought he was a mountain lion. They tore him to shreds with their bare hands, and in fact, Agave, Pentheus's mother, is coming back into Thebes hard on the heels of this messenger speech, carrying Pentheus's severed head stuck on top of her wand. This, by the way, is a place where the Greek conventions of staging using masks work much, much better than our naturalistic conventions of staging.
About these legs? No, those are blue.
Of Bacchae, and it falls apart at this point when the actress playing Agave comes in carrying a paper mache head. Instead of reacting with horror,
Fuck are these legs going?
Into laughter. But in the Greek theater, what would the actress playing Agave, who is probably the same actor who had
That looks like a tail.
What would that actor come in carrying? He or she, if we're talking
That
about
tail's
her,
already on there,
would come
so
in carrying the mask
it's gotta be another one with a tail.
on the end of a wand. So what the audience would see as Pentheus's head would be the same thing they had seen as Pentheus's head all
Where's this
along.
tail? Or it's an ear. No, his ear's on there. Guess it could be one of those ears right there. Hell yeah. You gonna connect that? Or you gonna connect this? You're gonna connect right fucking there. Alright, see if we can find some antlers.
So Pentheus, Agave, and Cadmus all suffered dreadfully. Pentheus is dead. Agave killed him. Cadmus has to live with his grandson's death and the knowledge that his daughter caused it. Dionysus' revenge against his family is
Okay, we need another ear over there.
Established. No one can any longer deny that he's a god. Now, unfortunately, the end of the play is damaged and several lines is missing. There was a scene in which Dionysus, revealed as a god, spoke directly to Agave and Cadmus reproached Dionysus for his cruelty. This scene is damaged, but enough remains that we can tell that much. That Cadmus reproached Dionysus for his cruelty and his mercilessness, and he said that gods should be above human-like passions. But Dionysus remained unmoved and implacable. And Dionysus's lack of compassion and forgiveness are a constant throughout the play. He shows absolutely no understanding for human frailty. He's utterly focused on the dishonor done to him, both directly and through his mother. The fact that it is reasonable and understandable for his relatives not to believe his divinity never seems to cross his mind, or if it does cross his mind, it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't care. So the god Dionysus is shown as having a desire for vengeance that in many ways is reminiscent of the worst types of human obsessiveness, the worst elements of humanity. And so just as he does with Aphrodite and Artemis and Hippolytus, in Bacchae Euripides gives very deeply disturbing. A god who is not only not exempt from human passion, but prey to the worst kind of human passions.
These legs go up here.
Of pity, mercy, forgiveness, any of the better human elements.
No.
It's clear from the extant plays of Aeschylus and Sophocles that this isn't the only way to portray gods in tragedy. So the obvious question is, why did Euripides choose to portray the gods as petty and vindictive?
That's his face, dummy.
Aeschylus doesn't.
That's his frickin' face. How about that?
So why did Euripides
No.
the idea that the gods are petty
No.
and vengeful? Now, part of the answer to that, I think, lies in the dual nature of the gods themselves. As I've mentioned several times already, these are anthropomorphic beings who are also personifications of powerful natural forces. And anthropomorphism brought many problems with it, from the Homeric epics on, or I suppose we could even say from the Epic of Gilgamesh on.
Bye, son.
Endowing the gods with human-like qualities is an aid to conceptualizing them. It gives us a way to think about them. But since the gods are immortal and ageless, they are immune from suffering. And this
looks like an ear right there, doesn't it? That isn't, though. Maybe it is.
You think about it for a minute. We admire courage. What we mean by that is we admire people risking their own lives, or at least risking grave injury for some higher purpose, for some better cause to aid others. We particularly admire courageous altruism, someone sacrificing their own life to help others. A being who cannot die or even be seriously
I ain't
wounded
fucking right.
cannot be courageous.
How about
Such a
this?
being has nothing to risk and
Yeah.
therefore has no possibility for courage, altruism, or any other such noble human characteristic. So to some extent,
So this got to go
a
down there
certain
somewhere.
lack of true nobility among the gods is built into the system of anthropomorphism. But to account for the pitilessness and mercilessness of the gods in Euripides, the more important point is not anthropomorphism itself, but the fact that these gods personify forces of nature. Aphrodite is sexual passion, and it is an undeniable and regrettable fact of human existence that misplaced sexual passion does destroy lives, does rip people apart. Dionysus is frenzy, irrationality, among other things, the intoxicating power of alcohol. To take another example, Poseidon is the sea. And when we view them in this light, it makes no sense to ask such deities for mercy. If I'm shipwrecked at sea and I drown, it makes no sense for my relatives to say to the ocean, why did you do this to her? She didn't deserve it. That's not the kind of element, the kind of force to which it makes any sense to address a plea for mercy. And so
I'll say that's where one of those little yellow pieces goes. It's right there. Right there.
As Euripides portrayed them, the forces of nature
There's an antler.
pitiless and merciless. Now, the nature of the gods, who and what the gods are, was one of many religious and philosophical topics that were fiercely debated in 5th century Athens. And I think by pushing the anthropomorphism of the gods to this deeply disturbing extreme, Euripides was trying to contribute to this debate. No one can deny the power of such forces as sexual attraction to the power of the sea. We can't deny that those things exist, but we can debate whether
What you're talking about, we can deny anything we want.
As self-aware, sentient, gendered beings is the proper or most
Where the fuck
way
does
to
this go?
realize
I'm sick of looking
and so
at
it
it.
seems to me that part of what Euripides is
It's got to be a body part.
the gods is to say, in effect,
It's got to be the
if
face.
we anthropomorphize our gods, then these are the gods we get.
It's not those faces, so it's got to be one of these faces. There you go. There you go.
Now, some critics have suggested that Euripides was an atheist, but this doesn't seem likely, to me at least. It's hard to read Bacchae as a denial of the power of Dionysus. And in fact, in a culture where the gods are personifications of realities of nature, atheism in the sense of disbelief in the existence of such gods is almost a cognitive impossibility. To ask, do you believe that Aphrodite exists, would be the same as saying, do you believe that sexual attraction exists? Is there such a thing? It's a nonsense question. So atheism in the sense of thinking there are no such forces is a cognitive impossibility. It's more likely, I think, that Euripides was suggesting that however those undeniable forces of nature...
All right, we're going to go simple. Try to find that piece. How about this? No, that goes the wrong way. How about here? No. We're done with Greek tragedy.
In the next lecture, the beginning of part 2, we will turn to another genre that developed in 5th century Athens, history, and we'll look at the work of the historian Herodotus.
Great. Looking forward to it. How about this? No. That looks like the bottom of a leg. What about these legs? Those go there. Oh, it's over. Gotta put another one in. I guess we could just turn on the hockey game. Why not?
Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
From the rink. This is Jonathan Mills. I'm here with Marco Casper. And Marco, you guys are coming off a big shutout win against Vegas. What did you guys like from your overall game from Sunday?
I think we played a solid game.
He played a solid game.
Defensively, really good defensively. Obviously, Marasa saves a lot of shots. And
that's going in there, ain't it?
That's always
negative.
To see one of our goals get a shutout. And I think we just got to try to continue with that on the road now. Maybe at the fans in the back at home is always a great place to play in. And I was just going to play some road hockey, play a tight defensive checking game, and create scoring chances and opportunities.
Todd talked to us this morning about how every game is a big game, you know, whether that's game 1 or game 82, but as the stakes get higher, how do you guys embrace that pressure?
Yeah, I mean, obviously all games are important. All teams are, it's so tight, all teams are really good, tough to beat, so I think we're just trying to focus on details in our game, just playing our game, and the results will take care of itself, I think.
And for you, you know, you may not have the most NHL experience in this room, but you have a lot of AHL playoff experience from last year even. Like, do you tap into that at all when these games and the pressure gets high?
We all, and myself, we want to have the pressure, you know, we want to be in this spot to get into the playoffs and to win some games when it's important. So really just got to focus on ourselves, and like I said, the results will take care of itself, I think.
And I know we talked to you on Sunday after that game, but you score again on Sunday, and you know you're lighting the lamp at a good pace here. How comfortable have you felt since you've been with this group, and even I know you've been changing lines and positions, but how have you felt kind of growing your game and as the season gets down here?
Yeah, I think we have a great group of guys. It's a lot of good players. It's easy to play with each other. I think we all have some kind of chemistry with each other, and I think we all work really hard in practice. We have good practices. We get better with the year going on, I think, and we just keep trying really that and focus on every day, every game, and it's been good.
And last one for me, St. Patrick's Day yesterday. Were you able to celebrate it all?
Just a little nice dinner and relax a little bit, and get ready for a game today. But we had some green. I don't know. We had some stuff on the plate, I think, to celebrate. I saw that, but otherwise, not a lot.
Thanks, Marco. Appreciate it. Back to Ken Kell and Paul Woods with the keys to the game.
Tonight's keys to the game.
Capital One Arena here in Washington, D.C. The Red Wings face off for the final time this season against the Washington Capitals. Along with Paul Woods, I'm Ken Kell. Red Wings ball coming off an impressive 3-0 victory over the best team in the Pacific Division right now, the Vegas Golden Knights.
I'd say probably the most important game the Ravens have played all season long, and definitely the best game they've played all
I
season
think that
long.
this one would be easy to find, but I don't see it either.
Equally good offensively, defensively.
Why?
Just outstanding work, but if they play like they played against it, and that's the game against the Capitals here tonight, it'll be a good outcome for the Ravens as well.
Washington Capitals are coming off a 5-1 victory over the San Jose Sharks. They're coming off a trip to California where they went 2-1. Their only loss was a 3-0 shutout loss to the Los Angeles Kings.
Well, Spencer Carberry's the coach for the second of the year, and again last year he got in the playoffs, the last game of the regular season. Of course, Red fans remember that. The Wings lost out in that tiebreaker, but he's done an outstanding job. They got a 10-point lead in the Eastern Conference, so they are going to finish in first place in the Eastern Conference. Well, you look at that lineup, though, it's just not a couple of guys. It's up and down that lineup. It's a balanced attack, and not one minus player on the entire Washington Capital team. So they've got great goaltending. Logan Thompson, he's going for his 30th win of the season tonight. Lots of firepower up front. They could finish with 7 different 20-goal scorers. This is a dangerous team, the Washington Capitals. Look, the last time we were here, we played nowhere near as well as we played the last game, and we had a 2-1 lead after 40 minutes of play. So I'm picturing if we can play that same way, and why wouldn't we play that same way? The Wings should pick up these 2 points.
Peter Mrazek will get the goal again for the Red Wings.
That's some fucking wishful thinking.
In goal for Detroit, and he didn't face a lot of work in that game against Vegas.
Oh, I can't see shit. This fucking sun.
Marked down 4 or 5 good saves, and again, that was a pretty good close.
The sun is
they get one all of a sudden.
not conducive to puzzle building.
The Wings what they needed now going down the stretch. That's solid for the Lieutenant.
That's a good play by the Red Wings. That game-winning goal, the eventual game-winning goal that was scored in the second period by Albert Johansson. Just a thing of beauty as he tucked it in behind the goaltender.
You know what's funny about him? He's not in the top 20, he won't even say top 30 scoring rookies in the National Hockey League. Yet he's one of the top 10 rookies in the National Hockey League. If you look at
There, maybe?
second that pairing, they're playing with Simon Edmondson. They're getting some tough matchups. He's doing an outstanding job. One of the most underrated players right now in the National Hockey League. Casper's playing great up front now. He's tied for third, and Rookie is scoring. He's got 13.
Why
he started the
can't
American
I find these pieces?
Well, and Elmer Soderblom as well. To play in the top line of the National Hockey League, you're always getting the other team's best matchups, so it makes life even more difficult and challenging for an NHL rookie. He's done a good job as well with Raymond and Dylan Larkin. Although the Wings just need a little bit more from him. He's got to be a little bit more physical, a little bit quicker up front. But all 3 of those young rookies have really helped the Red Wings turn their season around.
When you think of the Washington Capitals, obviously you think of Alexander Ovechkin, 8 goals away from passing Wayne Gretzky for the all-time lead as far as goal scoring in the National Hockey League. But there's a player on the ice that is plus 41 on the season. And he was really impressive the last time. He had 2 goals in the third period against Detroit, Alexi Proto.
2 short-handed goals. Pierre-Luc Dubois, the center iceman on that line. Jonathan Wilson, Connor McMichael up with Alexander Ovechkin and Dylan Strome. Strome was dunked for the hockey game or questionable. He's going to play. Lars Eller, third center iceman. Nick Dowd, that's 4 very good center icemen.
There you go. Finally got one. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing.
That last game against the Vegas Golden Knights, don't change the thing. Just keep the coming in ways. All 4 lines are contributing. Penalties have to do their job. No power play goals against, obviously. Just 3-0 shutout. And Peter Mrazek continue his strong play in goal.
Injury report brought to you by McLaren Healthcare.
What, they're playing Mrazek again? What the hell?
Out with injuries for Detroit. Other than that, the team is healthy. And it's the final meeting of the season between the Red Wings and the first place Washington Capitals in the Metropolitan.
How about this going right there? Hell yeah. Now we got the legs. Got some legs going in. Get the frick out of my way. Capitalize on these legs.
For no interest financing. It's Wallside's early bird sale. Half off every window, plus an extra 20% off the sale price.
Should be elementary. Maybe this goes here. No, I've tried this already. These legs are really perplexing me.
We know that when you're hurt, hiring a law firm with the most experience can mean the difference between getting everything you deserve or walking away empty-handed. We're Michigan's most experienced personal injury law firm. Our lawyers have over 600 years of collective experience. 600 years. And that matters because more experience means more money.
See where
and
these
more
legs
wins
go.
for our clients. Our experience pays. 1-800-CALL-SAM.
The Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Michigan's first family of law.
Hey everyone, Adney and Burke here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted. with
Maybe
Burke
right
and Burke.
there.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever say carry one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more. Can't wait till you watch this movie because it's the biggest award of her career. He went into the Cheetah exhibit, and Cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring next day. Tune into NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers on iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Face-off is just moments away as we pause for station identification on the Detroit Red Wings radio network. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey Sports Station.
I say these have to be this over here. Hey, look, there's an end piece. Mother flupper. Where did that one just pop out of? It's crazy. All right, so now we're only missing one end piece, corner piece.
The bombs bursting in air, gave through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wasn't very good, honestly.
At the Capital One Arena here in Washington, D.C. as the Red Wings take on the Washington Capitals. Both teams have won a game this season. This is the rubber game of 3 on the campaign. Let's go over tonight's starting lineups there, brought to you by Wallside Windows. We can do that. We are the factory. Call us today for a free estimate.
And we'll be looking at Thompson and goal, looking for his 30th victory season. Martin Fairberry back on the blue line with the Matt Roy from Relay King, and defenseman up front. The second line, Dylan Strome, Connor McMichael, and the rookie Tom Wilson.
Peter Mrazek getting the call again, 4th straight start for Detroit. Stopped all 18 shots in that 3-0 victory on Sunday afternoon against the Vegas Golden Knights. Then Sharappo Sider to start the game on the blue line. Up front, Dylan Larkin between Lucas Raymond and Elmer Soderblom. Red Wings 32, 29-6. They have 70 points. Washington Capitals 44, 15-8. They have 96 points.
It's going to go right there, isn't it?
Underway here in Washington as the puck is inside the Washington zone. Lifted out the
Yes.
taken away from McMichael by Larkin. He'll dump a back.
Does that mean that goes there? Hell yeah.
It out in front of the goal. Knocked away from Thompson, and now McMichael slides it out to center ice.
One off his stick, and Lucas Ring took a scoring chance. It was a fast breaking at 2-1-1. The puck went deep in the Red Wing zone.
How about that right there? Hell yeah.
Back in the line, Capitals hold it in. A swing pass over, right side, shot taken, Mrazek to save, and Soderblom picked the pocket of McMichael to lay it out to Raymond at center, and he'll dump it into the corner, go after it himself in the Washington end. Soderblom with a big hit. Matt Roy in the corner, and now it's poked the free and out to center ice. Roy comes out to center ice, chips a backhand off the wall and into the corner in the Red Wing zone.
This piece should be fairly easy to find.
On the boards, Duhane checked along the corner boards in the Red Wing end. Albert Johansson had a goal against the Vegas Golden Knights with a check. It comes over to the left point. Here's a shot by Sam Dean. Save made Mrazek. Now long stretch pass over the line to Patrick Kane. He drops it to the trailer to Brinkett. Floats it back to the blue line, but skipped over the stick plate of the Red Wing defender, Erickson. And now the Red Wings will pick it up as it's scooped ahead by Hall. He comes out in front of the penalty box, and this rifles it around the boards into the corner in the Washington end.
And the cause in the last game against the Vegas Golden Knights, a 3-0 victory, was to play the third and fourth lines, and both those lines were very important in that 3-0 win.
Beskin turns it over inside his own zone in the high slot. A wrist shot taken by Rasmussen, saved Nate Thompson. Fairburn with a feed in front and a one-time effort wide of the goal.
The third line out there right there now. JT Compher that's throwing a chance.
Otis out the center ice to Ovechkin. He'll hammer that puck off the glass, and that skips into the protected netting. And finally, we have a late whistle by the referee, but the play is stopped. That puck did hit the netting in behind Peter Mrazek.
And 5 other Eastern Conference teams are playing tonight. Ottawa on the road against the Montreal Canadiens. A crucial game for both those two teams. Ottawa right now holding on to that number 1 wild card spot. They'll probably end up there. Rangers home against the Calgary, and the New York Islanders on the road against the red-hot Pittsburgh Penguins, who suddenly won 4 consecutive hockey games.
I'd imagine Red Wing fans are rooting for Ottawa in that game against Montreal.
Yeah, that's the right way to go, I think. The Ottawa Senators right there now got, I think, a 6-game winning streak, so it looks like they'll probably have that one wild card team. You never know. Columbus is running it all cylinders. All of a sudden, now they dropped 4 consecutive hockey games, and it's been like that all season long for lots of different teams.
It's because they all suck.
Montreal's been playing some pretty good hockey. They are 1 point out of the last playoff spot, 71 points. And I believe they're 7-1-2 in their last 10 hockey games. No score in this one. 2.5 gone by the opening period. Capitals have
Right, son, you can go away. Jesus Christ.
Mangiapane off the left goal post, trying to redirect it home.
Son is just hampering my efforts here.
In front of the penalty box. Rolls deeper into the Washington end. Roy sticks it ahead to Radish.
Said you'd think this piece would be really easy to find, but I don't see it anywhere.
Rasmussen with a check on Mangiapane in behind the goal, and Mangiapane took the legs out from under Rasmussen. Into the corner, Roy got it back towards the right point. Lars Eller sweeps it over. Ayervari dropping it now to Radish over on the right side.
Radish.
Shot blocked, comes back to the line.
Hey, my name's Radish.
Pass in the slot. And it's worked over to the left side of the ice. Fairbury making his way down into the corner.
There it is right there. Son of a bitch.
Long shot. Mrazek made the save on that long shot by Wilson. It did get through. Pad save by Mrazek for the Red Wings.
So we got 4 corner
29
piece.
goals in the season for Tom Wilson, still one of the toughest players in the National Hockey. Lots of offense from their defense. 107 points to left in the top of the National Hockey category.
Throw with a feed pass out in front of the Red Wing goal, broken up. Out to center ice, Soderblom to tap it over the line, trying to cruise in as Raymond dropping it back. It skips into the corner, right back to Lucas. On a wraparound, turnaround shot, short side, and Thompson made the save. Puck comes back towards the right point. Johansson handles it. He shoots the puck. A tipping shot, save made by Thompson. Rebound in front. A chance, it's blocked. McMichael throws it into the corner. Carlson now in behind the Washington goal. The Red Wings dangerous. Couple scoring chances in front of Logan Thompson.
Another good play by Albert Johansson. Got that shot that threw from right to point. He could bounce off the body of Elmer Soderblom. Went straight to down the wings. Almost take the lead.
No score in the hockey game. Raymond up along the right wing boards. Cradles it along the near side as it's chipped ahead by Wilson out to the center ice circle. Wings come quickly back the other way as DeBrincat hammers it around the end boards deep in the Washington end. Chikrin laid it up the right side. Dowd had his pocket picked by Kane as he works his way free at the left point to dump it in behind the goal. Into the corner, Marco Kasper winding it up. Now to Kane, and he turned it over as Chikrin brings that puck out to center ice, rolls it up the left wing boards, down over the blue line, drops it to the trailer. Here's a shot, Mrazek the save, and he will hang on to it as Carlson shot that one from long range as the play is stopped.
And there it is, just a little small mistake by Patrick Kane inside that Washington Capitals blue line. Turn that puck over, and you can count the number of seconds, usually 3, 4, 5 a second. The other team's going to get a scoring chance. Good stop by Peter Mrazek, no rebound, but really not a bad play by Patrick Kane. And that's part of his deception. He likes to look right, then pass the puck left, and sometimes it backfires, but no damage.
Actually, that was Beauvillier, my mistake, that shot that puck, and he was a former New York Islander forward and now a Washington Capital.
Pittsburgh Penguin as well. We got him at the trade deadline.
15-15 to play. First period, no score. Wings are attacking left to right. Here's JT Compher over the Washington blue line. Check hard. Face first along the boards right there. Now it comes back across the line, poked away. That was Dubois who checked the Compher head first and along the boards. Solid body check, no penalty on the play. Tarasenko lifts it over the line to Compher up the right side. Played it out in front of the goal, gets it again, moves in, banned on the shot, and it was cleared away by the Capitals defense down the ice.
He did all the right moves. JT Compher went to his left. He tried to bring it back quickly, past the stick in the pad that time. Logan Thompson, he did, but unfortunately, it just rolled off his stick. That's too good a chance by JT Compher. Another good sign for the Wings.
That's after he took a big hit along the far boards right there by the forward Pierre-Luc Dubois.
He put himself in a bit of a bad spot that time, in fairness to Pierre-Luc Dubois. What a season he's having. Nobody expected that. He was a big disappointment last year for the Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah, Compher was allowed to come right out in front of the goal, and he was all by himself. And bad save right there by Thompson.
And again, that line critically important, very good in the last game. Tarasenko, Jonathan Bergman, he was outstanding, and JT Compher.
Edmondson with a shot with traffic in front. Thompson makes the save and then kneeling position, top of the goal crease. First period of tonight's hockey game is brought to you by Meyer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings.
Now, I'm reading a book right now about Ken Morrill, the great defenseman of the New York Islanders, who played in that U.S. Olympic team back in 1980. And as head coach, Herb Brooks, I'll tell you, it's really hard to set it down when you start reading it. And it's amazing. But one of the great quotations, he had many of them, Herb Brooks, the head coach, was, "The legs feed the wolf." And that's what he kept telling us, the team.
Feed the good wolf.
Skating, offensively and defensively, you'll get scoring at chances, you'll make for good plays. But your legs are important, you've got to be moving all the time. And that's great advice for any player at any level.
Terrific coach. Herb Brooks is Fayerbar. He comes away with a puck up the right side, moves out to center ice, and he is hip checked there by Tyler Mott.
Tyler Mott just outstanding the last game. Capitals try to bring it back to Cookie. One of their players inside the blue line took the scoring chance away. And again, that fourth line just outstanding as well. It's a very solid performance against the Vegas Golden Knights.
Ken Morrow, of course, played on that Olympic team in 1980, as you described, Paul. He was also one of the rare players that came into the National Hockey League. Also won a Stanley Cup that year with the New York Islanders.
He won 4 Stanley Cups in the New York Islanders, 4 in succession, 19 consecutive playoff series wins for the New York Islanders, a record that will never, ever be broken.
14 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the opening period. No score between the Red Wings and the Washington Capitals. Wings so far have won 67% of the face-off, 17% by the Capitals. So the Wings doing pretty good in the face-off circle as Roy will smack it up the right side to Wilson. Got it out to center. 2-on-1. Protas over the blue line with Strome. Protas with a shot. Mrazek.
Protas.
Still not can turn that puck over in the neutral zone. Led to a 2-on-1. Alexei Protas having an amazing season. Just did miss giving his team the lead. Ice and call here coming against the Red Wings.
Well, Strome was the other player, and he's been dangerous, and he's had a terrific season thus far with the Washington Capitals.
That's a big save again by Peter Mrazek. The pros had plenty of time coming down the right side. You talk about a giant. He's 6'6", 240 pounds. He's a heavy, skilled offensive player. Now, if you're an NHL defenseman playing against a guy like that can definitely make your life.
It's not where it goes.
24 years old, Alexei Protas. He was the Capitals' third-round pick back in the 2019 draft. Here's Sandin now, left-sided forwards. He takes the shot, pulls it back to the
Can't
blue
go
line.
there.
Skates
It's
over
got to
the
go
right
up top.
side of the ice now. Stick handles,
It's got to go up top, bro.
side of the ice.
Right here.
Carlson
There we go.
swept it over. Right point, they're working up high. Shot taken, they score.
Son of a bitch.
Strome shot the puck from long range and somehow got
Well, it's just what you described. Again, if Peter Mrazek never saw the shot, and the game was just going strong. Here's what happens when you win the face-off in the offensive zone, but you hang on to the puck. He bought some time. He skates out towards the blue line. He makes that little circle. He's coming back, and just lots of traffic down in front of him. It's really not even a hard shot. He just dumped it through there, looking for a redirection. Hit sail all the way through, and gave the Capitals a 1-0 lead.
A chance to look at a replay from behind the Red Wing net. You could see where Mrazek, not a very tall goaltender, was kind of lunging up on his tiptoes to try and see over Ben Sherratt, another Washington player in front. From the goal, 1-0 lead for Washington as the Red Wings now pump it from center behind the net. Thompson rolls it into the corner to Roy.
Another guy that got let go by Chicago Blackhawks. Doesn't make good sense when the Capitals quickly back on the attack.
Nick Dowd making his way behind the Red Wing goal into the corner, pushed it back in the line. Bayerbarry now to Roy, fired the shot, tipped in front, wide of the goal. Rebound scooped up by the Capitals. On the outside rim of the left circle, Duhane got it to the line. A shot taken, and Mrazek with a glove save.
Feeling like all good teams get lots of balance in their attack and lots of offense from their bottom two lines.
Go there?
Those lines
No.
by Lars Eller and Nick Dowd, very important to the Capitals.
So we have a pause of the action. 12:51 to go in the opening period. Capitals strike first. They have a 1-0 lead over the Red Wings. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
As the official partner of the Detroit Red Wings, Enterprise is ready to go the extra mile. We're dedicated to the most dedicated fans in the game. And with us on your team, you can move forward with confidence knowing we've got your back. We're always available with mobility solutions. Whether you need a rental, replacement, truck, or even tailored
I think that
business.
sun issue is going to get worse here before it gets better, because now it's directly in my
And
face.
we're ready with the assist.
Bastard.
North Brothers Ford knows how to build a winning team.
Basically blinded by the sun.
Award over 23 times. It has conducted successful business for over 87 years. They've assembled the best league-leading selection of F-150s, Broncos, Expeditions, and more. Their certified sales staff provide the ultimate customer service, and highly trained technicians ensure you get the very most life out of your vehicle. Score big today with the only.
All right, the sun's really going to get me for the next 5 or 10 minutes here.
Listen to the soothing sizzle of Little Caesars Crazy Puffs getting even better with bacon. Repeat after me.
Whoa, I love crispy bacon and cheddar cheese sauce. Whoa, they are only $3.99.
You have reached Bacon Nirvana. Your third mouth is open. Try new bacon and cheese Crazy Puffs for only $3.99 at Little Caesars.
This eyeballs.
Whoa. Pizza. Available at participating locations for a limited time.
Looks like an eyeball.
Prices may vary.
But I'm blind right now, so I can't see. About right there. Yes, how about right there? Yes and yes.
Red Wings Radio Network. Confidence comes with every card. Capitals lead 1-0 on the goal by Dylan Strome, his 22nd of the season from Carlson and Sandino, 6:36 of this opening period.
2 more points for the defenseman from Washington, up to 172, and Jacob Chikrin and John Carlson. Those two alone have combined for 87 points back on the blue line. Lots of offense from their defense, and that's proof you're playing a five-man game. I think the scoring chance is probably pretty even this opening period. The Wings have had a couple of good chances. 2 by JT Confer and 2 by Lucas Raymond, but each time the puck just rolled off the stick and it wasn't good.
Those are 5 shots on goal in the hockey game thus far, 6 for the Washington Capitals. From the goal scorer, 1-0 Washington. Chikrin circles in behind his own goal, cuts out in front of Thompson, lays it up the right side and out the center ice. Mangiapane got it in front of the
Mangiapane.
Now worked ahead to Ovechkin, who dumped it in. That plays offside over the red and blue line.
And Jacob Chikrin quietly 18 goals in the season. Played the last year with the Ottawa Senators. Just didn't seem like it worked out in Ottawa. Of course, you get a new coach now, Travis Green, and both the Senators are playing outstanding hockey. 6 consecutive wins in the Eastern Conference.
The team right behind Washington, the Carolina Hurricanes. They've won 7 in a row, 86 points. They go on a 7-game road win streak, Paul. You just can't seem to catch up on Washington.
Isn't something wrong with Carolina? They seem
Nope,
to get better.
I'm plugging my computer.
And Reds are now playing the Dallas Stars and Winnipeg's in the division. What if Dallas going to be playoff season? Winnipeg's going to win the division, but Dallas and Colorado not that far behind.
Right now, the playoffs, Carolina would take out a New Jersey Devils.
Winnipeg getting a lift right now from Luke Schenbach and And Tam Cochran's original team, they've made the Winnipeg Jets much more physical.
Wayne's looking for a pushback after the goal by Strome to make it one Washington Capitals feathering in front. Protas with a redirection. That one ends up into the corner off the stick. Protas trying to dig it free. Moved it down the slot. Ovechkin with a shot partially deflected and wide. The Red Wing goalie shot it from the inside rim of the right circle. Chikrin with a shot from the left point. Tipped in front by Protas and an alert save from Peter Mrazek. Top of the goal crease.
Tarasenko, I think, was shaken up on that shift. He's bent over now, slowly making his
Just
way to the
closing
net.
this
Sort of
window because
one hand on the stick. Scoring chance again coming from the blue line.
We heard from Todd McClellan in the pregame showing. He's talking about Washington being a big team, and they like to get those bodies right out in front of the net, and that's what we saw right there.
We're a fast team. We're a fast team with a high skill level. We utilize our skills. Put pressure on that defense.
Capitals with a face-off. Sandin over blue line. Hands it off Carlson. His shot through traffic. Mrazek the save again. And on the doorstep, Lars Eller.
That's when the first goal was scored as well. And again, the center ice.
I guess you gotta try them until you fit one.
Positions, and that's what puts bodies down
Same
in the front.
shit.
That shot got through this time from the left to point. And a good save by Peter Mrazek. That movement in the offensive zone, that's what really breaks it down. When you're stationary, just standing in your position, no one's really moving. It's pretty easy for defenders. When you start moving like that, you change your positions. And that can definitely break down the other team's defense.
Tyler Mott checked off the puck in front of the Red Wing bench. Hall will sweep it around to Gustafsson. Too far in front of him. It stays inside the Detroit end. Sandin rolls it in behind the Red Wing goal. Wings pick it off. Now it's turned over by Craig Smith. In front, it's worked free, but now Comper will intercept. Push it forward to Smith. He carries over the line, tried to get it over to the trailer. That was Mott, but it was broken up, and now they come back 2-on-1. Lars Eller to the trailer, moving in. Carlson chance, and Mrazek makes the save.
He describes a 2-on-1. It quickly became a 4-on-1. Again, there's several defensemen just quickly getting up the ice, and the veteran John Carlson picked it up. Had lots of time, walked down that right side, let it to go. Another big save by Peter Mrazek. Washington that close to taking a 2-0 lead.
Mangiapane jousting a little bit with the sighter after the whistle in behind Mrazek.
Can't see him, man. Still blind from the sun hitting my face.
Seconds gone by, first period here in Washington. Sellout crowd. They've been drawn well all season. Why not? They are the top team in the Eastern Conference. And it's 2 points behind the Winnipeg Jets. So both teams trying to win the President's Trophy, but right now it would go to the Winnipeg Jets.
I think should probably stay in Winnipeg, and I don't think that's so much on the. Well, good play by Elmer sort of dump that dump in from the defenseman, trying to get it across the line, but he's worked again defensively by the Capitals.
They shoot it back across the Washington blue line and into the corner. Chase down Larkin with a check. Strome pitches it out off the boards into the Red Wing zone. Sherratt hammers it off the sideboards, comes out the center. Now back across the Red Wing line to Dylan Larkin.
Capitals stay where they are right now in the standings. Don't have home ice in the opening 3 rounds of the playoffs. Jump in by Lucas Raymond. Leads the body check. Heavy hit there by Sealer.
Big hit.
That comes out to center ice, and here comes Wilson up over the Red Wing line, pushing it back to John Carlson. They're in the slot, a one-time shot from the right side by Strome, and that one wide of the goal. Now it comes out to center ice. Now up across the line, Strome tried to dish it across. I hit Johansson up high, and a quick snapper by Connor McMichael ends up in the corner. 1-0 lead on the goal by Strome. Capitals trying to force the issue at the Red Wing line. Raymond dumped it out the center ice. Casper got it back to Johansson at the Red Wing blue line. Feed pass to Casper out the center ice. Edmondson lays it across the line. Quick snapper left side by Casper, knocked away by Thompson. Puck rolls into the corner and scooping it up, Duhaime. Angles out towards center, lifts it ahead. Here's Chikrin up across the Red Wing line, broken up. Hall quickly sends it out to Casper at center ice. Marco Casper tried to dish it across. It's intercepted by Dowd, who lays it out to center to Beauvillier, and he'll sweep it into the corner in the Red Wing zone. Gustafsson got there first to roll it in along the boards. Now Protas in after it. He overskated it, and the Red Wings come out to center ice. Patrick Kane to dump it to the side of Thompson. Carlson got there first to drop it into the corner. Now Protas up the left wing wall, carries into the Red Wing zone and dumps it softly into the corner, but he was on his side of the red line when he dumped it in. And icing is charged against the Capitals.
Tampa Bay won their game last night, home ice, 2-0 showed against the Philadelphia Flyers. What a battle it is, the top Atlantic Division. Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Tampa Bay Lightning. All three teams separated just by 2 points. All three teams could finish first place in this
Does that fit there? No, I don't think so. No fucking way.
Dougie Hamilton back in that blue line. Jack gives up a 2-1 victory in Columbus against the Blue Jackets.
Columbus was playing good after that outdoor game, and then they went on the road, and now they can't win a hockey game.
Second losses right now for the Blue Jackets.
Pass in front, wide open. Comfort, that's a second chance, wide open in front, and Thompson made the save. Oh, he's had his chances. JT Comfort here in the opening period, still 1-0 lead for Washington.
It's a really good time to win. He's getting a lot of production now from that third line.
Capitals squeeze it up the left side. Sandine rolls it out to the Detroit blue line. Rush chipped the backhand out to the Washington line, and Protus to sweep it across the Roy. Both teams changing on the go. 8:20 to play in the opening period. Capitals in the white jerseys with the blue and white trim attacking right to left. And at the Detroit line, he'll sweep it down low into the corner. Simon Edmondson took a swipe at the puck along the near wing. It's dug loose. Caps bring it to the line. Shot over on the right side. Long chance and a glove save by the goaltender Mrazek as it was shot from the right point.
You can see their game plan once you get that puck on their stick in the offensive zone. They're just not dumping it towards the goaltender. They're getting it back to the defenseman, letting them go D to D. Forwards crashing the net. Then they throw it down in front. And that's how they scored their first goal of the hockey game. Spencer Carberry's done an outstanding job these last 2 years back in behind the Capital bench.
Copper had a couple of opportunities. No dice. Still a 1-0 lead. Washington over the Red Wings. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Huddle up, sports fans. If you're in the market for a new home loan or refi, here's a winning game plan.
How many more frickin' pieces can there
We'll
be?
connect you with an expert right in your area. Now, that's like getting your own first-round draft pick. And your home loan expert will deliver an experience that's faster, cheaper, and easier than going to a big bank or online lender. Go to mortgagematchup.com today. Powered by United Wholesale Mortgage LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 3038, licensed in all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
Hey, hockey fans, get ready to launch your game day experience to another dimension with Tangerine Space Machine, the out-of-this-world hazy IPA.
It is a good beer.
At New Holland Brewing in Holland, Michigan. Tangerine Space Machine is a can of intergalactic hazy goodness that is smooth, easy drinking, and just the right kick of citrus. And if you love Tangerine Space Machine, don't miss out on the cosmic flavors of Peach Space Machine, both available throughout Little Caesars Arena and featured at the New Holland Bar inside the 1701 pub on the mezzanine level outside Portal 57. Let's go Wings!
After this game tonight, the Red Wings head out to Las Vegas, then to Utah, then to Denver to take on the Avalanche.
Does that really fit there? That's amazing.
Ottawa Senators, March the 27th. Like you to get your tickets right now before they go fast.
No one's gonna buy those tickets.
How you get them.
It's going to be a battle. Definitely got a tough schedule, but again, we keep playing the mid-level level, be able to beat lots of those teams. Our games last night.
How about this? No.
Austin Matthews, a much-needed two-goal game, and picked up an assist. In the big week for Maple Leafs in Minnesota, and we get better now. We will do this year at Jesus.
William Nylander's playing pretty well. Rick Vaughn's got a 19-point streak as the Maple Leafs are trying to get to the top spot in the Atlantic Division. Alex Ovechkin on the ice. It goes away from passing Wayne Gretzky for the all-time lead. Here's Sherratt with a feed in front, and a chance for the wing score. Dylan Larkin came in to the inside rim of the left circle, got the puck, fires it by Thompson to tie the game at 1.
But the play started by the veteran defenseman Ben Sherratt. Good rush by him down that right side. He gets it to Lucas Raymond. The shot got through. Logan Thompson kicked it back out. And a rebound right there for the Red Wing captain, Joe Larkin. Made no mistake. It's a 1-1 tie.
That goal by Dylan Larkin is a DTE Energy Light the Lamp goal. It comes with 7:32 to go in the opening period. And it's a 1-1 tie here in Washington.
Yeah, just another class example there about getting your offense, your defenseman activated and getting up on the play. If there's no rush by Ben Sherrod, there's no goal by Donald Larkin.
Lucas Raymond was cruising in there to try and reach for the puck, but came right to Larkin over on the left side, who fires it home. The big goal by the Red Wings, they tie it up 1-1. Puck in behind the Red Wing goal as Johansson lifts it up the right side of the ice for Patrick Kane. Laid it out the center, broken up. And now Sandin circles back to his own blue line. Backpedals deeper to his own zone as he's watched by Kane. Now dumped it around the boards to Carlson, who played it out the center ice.
He's a former Major League defenseman, Rasmus Sandin, of course, went to Clearbury, was the assistant coach in Toronto for a couple of seasons as well.
They tied 1-1 after the Dylan Larkin goal. Marco Casper winding it up now at center ice over on the left side. Eludes a check from Dubois to dump it in behind the Washington net. There's Tom Wilson up the right side. Comper stepped in front of him. Puck rolls into the Washington zone, and Sandin bumped it off the side boards out towards center ice. Wilson on the attack and over the line, passes it down low, but it's intercepted by Berggren, who will sweep it around the end board.
So another good sign of the Red Wings. JT Comper's been much stronger now these last 3 games.
Great.
Over the ice, and also had 2 golden scoring opportunities, but was stopped by Thompson. Wings head back over the line, left side.
And he's put exactly 0 in the net.
Moves into the high slot, turns and whistles it into the right corner. Hustling after it, Berggren got it to the line to Hall. Hall skates over to the middle of the line. Pass right circle, Tarasenko turns, fires, short side, wide of the goal.
Logan Thompson never did see that shot by Tarasenko, just did miss on the short side.
Berggren trying to jam it loose. Now it's Van Riemsdyk tossing it into the corner. Red Wings intercept, that's Comper again. Knocked to his knees, rolls it back in the line, held in by Hall. Now to Berggren in the corner. Pass over, right side, off the stick of Gustafsson. They come back 2-on-1. Look out, Nick Dowd over the blue line. Moving in. Passes it across. Broken up, a chance right out in front. And Beauvillier tried to score, and he couldn't find the twine in behind the goal.
I don't know how he didn't score a goal. That's just an amazing save by Peter Mrazek. A fast breaking the 2-on-1. The third player jumps up at the wing. Seemed like that.
Hell yeah. Finally got it. Finally.
Those pads against the last second and taken away from Anthony Beauvillier.
So big save by Peter Mrazek. Larkin tying it up. 5.5 to go in the opening period here in Washington, D.C. At timeout. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
Hello, Detroit. This is Sarah.com. This is Sarah.com. Where you gonna go if you really want to say it on the new used Chevrolet? What you say? What you say? This is Sarah.com. This is Sarah.com. Who's the number 1 Chevrolet volume dealer in all of Michigan, where the customer is number 1? This is Sarah.com. This is Sarah.com.
Together, let's drive. In every home, someone is always too cold or too
Why
warm.
can't I find these legs?
I'll just
And then there's someone who's trying to save money.
step away from the thermostat.
Well, DTE wants to help with both. Seal air leaks, add insulation, and change filters
Still not
regularly to
finding them.
save up to $200 a year.
Not sure
And
where
stay
these are
comfortable,
going.
too.
Ah, warm and
That
cozy.
one's done.
More tips at DTEenergy.com.
These are basically
Save
done.
energy. DTE.
These are basically
Get ready,
done.
Little Caesars Arena, because
So gotta go up here somewhere.
better. And Sam Adams is here to elevate your game day experience. With the clean, crisp taste of American life, you're not just grabbing
It's the only
any
place it
beer,
can go is
you're
right there.
upgrading to the best in the game. It's smooth, easy drinking, and
And it
refreshing.
does.
You'll be reaching for another one in no time. Plus, American Light is brewed right here in the USA using all American sourced ingredients.
Right.
Sam Adams American
Sam
Light beer.
Adams beer sucks now.
It's always Sam season.
No, it isn't. Never gonna be Sam season in my life again. Beer is fucking garbage now. Hey, we watered it down. That's our new formula. We took a good beer and watered it down. Drink it up.
Larkin now becomes first Red Wings skater to record 4 consecutive 60-point seasons since Henrik Zetterberg had 7 from 2005 all the way to 2012. But just moments ago before the break ball, great save by Peter Mrazek.
It's almost hard to describe what he did. And again, he's actually sliding his hands are towards the goalpost. He reaches over his arm, hits his arm, but he understands the puck's going to slide across the line. Gets those pads back together and somehow kept it out. What a save there by Mrazek. Rick will let a really good defensive play this game by Justin Hall.
It's forced deep in their own zone. Slider in the right corner. Dug it loose. Not providing a pick, but the Capitals pick it up.
Hell yeah.
Mangiapane got it to the line, and Chikrin swings it over right side.
Pieces are hiding now.
Now the Chikrin long shot tipped in front. Mrazek the save, and the rebound comes out to center ice. Well, those Capitals getting those shots from long range through to Peter Mrazek, who's been making some pretty good saves. That's 12 shots on goal now for Washington. Radish over the blue line, got a little help from Lars Eller. Dumped it in behind the Detroit goal. Fighting for it is Mo Seider. Now they jam away at it in behind the Detroit goal.
This has got to go over here somewhere.
Trying to work it deeper into the corner. Helping up for Detroit. That is Raymond along with Mangiapane. Now it's dug off the boards by Seider.
Part of their game.
Try it until you find it. There it is.
Very active
There it is.
The Capitals. Good defense by the Red Wings. The puck is back inside the Capital blue line. Go D to D one more time.
Mangiapane dropping it back now to Sandin, who has it the trapezoid in the end to our right behind the goaltender Thompson. 4:05 to go first period, a 1-1 tie. Man who opened the scoring, Strome. Poked off the puck, but they hold it in. Carlson flips it off to the side of the Detroit goal. Puck lifted around the right wing board. Wings come away with it. Dylan Larkin, who just scored to tie it up, moves it ahead to Raymond. Over on the left side to the trailer. That was Gustafson. That
Hell yeah.
Side, but barely over the line.
He didn't see the player come down the right this side, so he thought he was onside. He had plenty of time. It was a nice pass by Dylan Larkin coming down the left side, but unfortunately barely offside. Took the scoring chance away from the Wings.
Big win for the Minnesota Wild yesterday at home against the Los Angeles Kings. Kings are trying to move up the ladder in that facility.
5 consecutive games before that loss to Minnesota. Ryan Hartman back on lineup with a goal last night. Until they get that Joel Eriksson active back on the lineup, improve Kaprizov, it's going to be difficult winning for the Minnesota Wild. And once they come back to playoff season, look out.
Now moving in, here's a backhand wide of the goal by Connor McMichael, who came in splitting the Red Wings defensive core.
He just bothered enough though from behind to get much on that backhand shot. Peter Mrazek watching closely. Puck went wide by probably about a foot.
Matt Roy checked along the corner board, deep in his own zone. DeBrincat chopped it in behind the net. Kane after the puck bounced it back in the line. Here's Ben Sherratt moving to the middle of the line with a shot. Kick pad save from Thompson.
Another good game by the Red Wings. They have yet to pick up a minor penalty in this hockey game. They've much improved that area as of late.
Where the hell can this go?
Ahead from one player to another. Therefore, the whistle out at center ice in front of the penalty box. The referees tonight is Garrett Rank and Cody Beach, the linesman Bevan Mills, and Kyle Murchison.
Andre Vasilevsky seems like he's back on track. He got the shutout the last night. He's 39th of his outstanding NHL career.
No.
That guy's running an all-season with Tampa Lightning.
It's got to be a big piece.
I'm not sure who would have picked those three teams. The Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. One of those teams going to go away and win the NHL.
Right now, Tampa Bay would play Toronto in the first round of the playoffs. So that's a good team that will be eliminated early on in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Duhaime in the corner now in the Red Wings zone. Game tied 1-1. Time winding down here in the opening period. 2:51 to play. Duhaime to Chikrin at the left point. Spins away from Tarasenko. Worked it over on the right side. Van Riemsdyk turns away from Berggren. Berggren goes down, loses an edge. Van Riemsdyk again trying to beat Berggren, who got up quickly on his skates. Now he hands it back. Turning with it, Duhaime. Pushed down from behind by Simon Edmondson. Duhaime holds it in, shoots it in front. Ovechkin trying to tip it out in front of the goal. He was covered. And now the Wings will play it out to center ice.
Good offense that time of the Capitals and great defensive coverage by the Red Wings. No damage done. Capitals got it again at center ice. Good route to Ovechkin.
Chikrin lays it softly over the Red Wing line, intercepting Seider. Tapped it over to Edmondson up the right side.
Hell yeah.
Tyler Moss is swinging it behind the Capitals goal.
Anyways, I'm going to get some mileage as I go for 4 pounds.
Smith in deep, checking for Detroit. Now Sandin races out to the center ice circle where that Capital logo is. He's dumping around the boards into the left corner from center ice to the Red Wing end. He tied 1-1. Carlson, long shot, got through. And again, I don't think Mrazek saw it. You're getting bodies in front of him, but Mrazek made a bad save.
Part of their game plan. Forwards get possession of the puck in the offensive zone, get it back to the defense, and generate some chances.
Duhaime lays it back, comes back to Sandin at the left point. Long range shot. Mrazek the save. The rebound cleared away from Duhaime. Capitals working for it deep in the Detroit zone. Kick down low. Carlson with a feed in front of Beauvillier. He is checked into the Detroit net. Play continues from the blue line. Here is Duhame's shot. That one redirected off the Red Wings skate into the corner.
That's twice he's had a scoring chance for probably 2 feet out. Somehow Peter Mrazek able to make the save both times.
They're scrambling a little bit in their own zone as the Capitals apply the pressure with about a minute to go in the period. Back in the line, here's Sandin racing over to the middle of the line. He shoots the puck. That's blocked right out in front. Rebound comes to Nick Dowd, left wing. Dowd forced along the boards.
Hell yeah.
By the Capitals as it's Radich rolling a keeper into the Red Wing end.
Messiah has no stick. Unfortunately, he's got that puck out past the blue line.
That was Smith for Detroit clearing it out to center ice. Quickly, the Caps bring it back across the line, reaching for Tyler Mott. Throws it into the corner. Doug Luke.
Oh man, fucking times I can try that piece.
Puck in the right corner of the Red Wing zone. Now to Lars Eller. Outside rim of the right circle. Played it back in the line. Wilson throws it over left side of the ice. Roy to tap it weakly into the corner. Capitals working the perimeter in the Detroit end. Mangiapane now winding it up in the high slot. Turns away from traffic and he's pulled over by Sherrod. He just pushed him to the ice and allows the Red Wings to shoot it to the side of Logan Thompson. Played along the left wing.
That's got to be that piece.
To go in the period. Caps will sweep
Jesus Christ, I know I've tried these 30 times.
It's
going to be the end there.
Comes to a close, and the first period ends in a 1-1 tie.
The Wings weathered that storm in the opening at period. 15 shots. The Washington Capitals. Great work again by Peter Mrazek. Easily the Red Wings' best player.